everyone, and welcome to my first tutorial Thursday video post. I am Zamia Ark, as you probably know, and today I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial for a fast 40s inspired updo when you just need to get out of the house. So what you will need is something to backcomb with, whether it be a postiche brush or a backcombing brush, a fine tooth comb, whatever you find easiest. You will also need some hairspray, bobby pins, I know I keep in a Q-tips container, and hair flowers to accessorize, or hair scarves, or whatever you like. I'll show you different ways of finishing it. So I normally take my glasses off to do my hair just because I find it hard getting everything from down here. Okay, so I've parted my hair on the side, as you can see, and I always start with my thickest side, so this one. So what you're going to want to do is take a thin section like so, and then start backcombing. I always work on the inside of the backcombing, like this will be the finished side, just because it'll probably end up neater that way. Well, it does end up neater that way. So yeah, make sure you backcomb your sections really well. They should stand up usually, but in this one it's not as necessary, as we're going to be wrapping the hair and there won't be a lot of weight bringing it down. So just keep taking thin sections. It's a bit thick. Oh, and I should mention, you can do this hairstyle with hair that's about an inch shorter than mine, up to any length really. I guess the ideal is probably past the collarbone, like a few inches past the collarbone. That way you have a lot of hair at the back to do stuff with and wrap it up. With the inner pieces I backcomb on both sides just to try and get it nice and dense. I use a postiche brush for backcombing because I just find it to be easier and it creates a more full-bodied look instead of kind of stiff strips coming up, if you know what I mean. Looking good, looking kind of 80s right now. You keep backcombing around your head till you reach behind the ear, about there. Alright, so this whole front section is backcombed. So just take your hairspray and give that a good spray. Okay, because we want this side to be kind of setting with the hairspray while we backcomb this side. And remember when you're backcombing to really force it to the bottom, like get that hair to the roots of your hair, because that's what'll help it stand up. Okay, so, and then take your hairspray and spray this side. Now, I don't normally look as, I'd probably do a full super cyan look with this, but normally it doesn't do this extreme, but the more volume is good because the more you'll get out of the end product. Instead of craning down. Okay, so next you're going to take your postiche brush so that you can start smoothing. So make sure the hair is where you originally parted it, and then kind of just start brushing over like the areas that people see, so that'll be right beside the root and then along the hairline. Next you're going to want to take your bobby pins, because this is the pinning stage. So this is kind of like a twist, but because you've got back combing in it, it's more of a full bodied look. Now this look can tend to look a bit like a faux victory roll, and if you want to go for that look, you could probably start them further back to the sides for a really good look. Also, this look can make you feel a little Edwardian because it's just kind of big and fluffy, but it really does work for a casual but vintage look, kind of 40s inspired. So first you're going to want to take a section of hair, which is normally the first one you've back combed, and then push it behind you, just there. And next you're going to take another section of hair. These don't need to be thin, they can be quite wide. Mine are about a couple of inches wide right now. And then you take this one and you wrap it behind that one. And then you're kind of, when you take the section of hair, you're tucking it around and under. And as you can see, that's giving quite a smooth line along there, and that's what you want. This you can also do quite messily. Like if you just do some rough back combing and don't do any smoothing, then that can look quite nice as well. And then put a bobby pin or two in the back just to secure it. You should kind of keep twisting and doing this until you reach the center back of your neck. As you can see, mine's looking a little lumpy and bumpy, so what you can do is just take, oh, and something's coming out. Okay, so what you can do is just take this and then twist it under, and then put a pin right on the hair and the twist, and make sure to get the hair from the other strands as well. I've only done this updo about once with my hair cut this short, so I forget how short the pieces are. Then to kind of smooth it out, because it's still a little bumpy, you can just kind of take your hands and pat it and kind of bring the hair round and tuck it under. And then if you feel like there are any big bits, then feel free to use more bobby pins. Okay, this side is basically done. Also, I should have mentioned, it's a good idea to back comb one side, spray it, back comb the other side, spray it, and then do your first side and then do your second side, because it gives your hairspray some time to set and give it some real hold. So I'm just taking my pastiche brush again, just smoothing everything over. And then you can actually connect this up to make it kind of like a halo of the puff, but I like to keep it separate personally. So take the section twist and you can kind of push it and pull it to see how much volume you want, to kind of give you a guideline for the rest of your hair. So I'm just pulling it around and tucking it in and using another bobby pin to secure that. You generally want to tuck all your hair in and under and put all the pins there so that it's not visible, but with this updo you can also get away with just kind of pinning it on the top because no one's really going to be looking. So once you've done that, you're going to have this section of hair here which is just kind of hanging out, which you can do a variety of things with. What you're going to want to do now is take a hair tie and pull it all back into a ponytail. A really tiny ponytail in my case. The good thing with this is that if you have layered hair, you won't have a lot of kind of sticky out bits, especially at the back, which can tend to happen with styles because it's all been tucked under, so it's only really kind of the back U of your hair that's coming out. Okay, so and now at this point you're kind of free to do what you like. There are quite a few things you can do with it. One is to get a long rectangular headscarf, and you can do it around the ponytail, tie it up into a nice big bow. What you can do is place your headscarf on top of your ponytail. If it's longer, wind it round, kind of split the hair and insert it like that, and then pin it so it'll kind of be like a loop of hair, and then you can tie the bow at the back. One thing you can also do is a bun, and I think it would look nice and neat if you used like a hair filler, kind of donut roll thing, but again if your hair's longer. When I did this, I would, like I mentioned before, you split the hair behind the hair elastic and you tuck your hair through it, and if your hair's quite long, you can tuck it through a number of times and then pin it, so it's kind of like a little roll at the back like that, but it'll be without the headscarf. What I like to do, since my hair's quite short, is just flip the ponytail up like that and then pin it. So and then just pin it flat against the head. Obviously remember to cross your bobby pins to make it more secure. Before you've added your final accessories, remember to kind of finish your hair. So take a look at it in the mirror, make sure it's all nice and smooth, if smooth is what you're going for. Otherwise feel free to make it messy. Take your hairspray, smooth everything over. This bit's quite bulgy here, if you can see, so just use my hand to smooth it back and pin it in place. If you choose to do this messier, you can do this hairstyle in like a few minutes, like 3 maximum. Just get all your back combing quickly done, spray it, just roll it up, twist it up. Also, it looks quite good if you do use thin clean sections, because it looks like a thick fishtail braid. You can do a lot with this hairstyle. So now that's pretty much how I want it to be. I'm going to accessorize it. Here's how it looks with the ponytail pinned up. It's not very fancy, it doesn't look great. But what I'm going to use is a large hair flower, and I'm going to clip it about where I put the bobby pins for the ponytail. Ta-da! This is probably my personal favourite way of finishing it, because then you can use your hair flower to match your lipstick, your outfit, anything you like, and it's a nice way to round off the hairstyle. Another thing I should mention is that if you want to do a bun or the rolled ponytail style, you can just buy cheap dollar store flowers and then leave some of the stalks on. That way you can insert them kind of like U-pins, and you can pretty much do this already in this style if you like so. I've never tried that before. I actually quite like it, and I might consider keeping it in there. Okay, so this is the finished look. I really like this because it's a good way to kind of mix it up and do your own thing with it. Also, it can take 3 minutes to 5 minutes. It's taken longer because I'm talking, but honestly, it doesn't normally take longer than that. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video format of the tutorial Thursday. I think it's a good way for me to show things like hair and like makeup. I might redo my eyeliner tutorial in a video because I get a lot of comments on it, and yeah, thanks for watching.